It's like, oh, you work in HR, you work on the business side. No. And when I kind of describe what they do, and they're like, you can make a career out of that. So like they still kind of doubt what you're doing as something that's not feasible for a career. And I really do like to. I'm the kind of guy that I don't want to shove things in people's face when I actually do it, but I really can't help it when I throw these things in their face and tell them that, hey, I think I'm doing really well for myself. I went into education without having to become a teacher or anything like that. Despite, as you said, we've all wanted to be a teacher at one point in our life. And when you do hear people just kind of giving you the talk where they don't think that what you're doing is appropriate or what you're doing is beneficial in any way, it does cast doubt on what you want to do for the future and everything like that. But honestly, when you're actually at the job itself and the people that you're with and everything like that, I really do think that it makes it worth it. Like, specifically, if I'm to give you an example specifically, I've only been here for a year. And for all the people that I met, all the students I met, all the faculty I met, all the staff I met, the team of staff that I work with, they've really made it welcoming here. And the students that I work with, I'm a complete stranger. They don't know me at all, but they've completely enveloped me into whatever it is that they do. I got invited to Sea Retreat, and I didn't know anybody there. And they asked me to be there, and this was last year. And I was completely blown away. I was like, I don't know you guys, Like, I've only been here for a month now, and you're asking me to spend 3 nights with you guys way out in the woods and stuff like that. I don't know if this is something I want to do or if I'd be comfortable doing this. But when I was there, I was like, I really did feel like part of the community. So it tells me that the job that I'm in and all the naysayers that I have and everything like that, it really doesn't mean nothing because I still get to enjoy what I do when I run into the students and spend this time with them and know that they're all doing something that's going to be really beneficial for everybody else.
The short answer is no. Aside from my grandpa when I was about 9, nobody said otherwise about what I'm doing. But of course I made the decision when I was an adult, so they couldn't tell me shit.
That's not a different experience with that. My aunt was kind of in my ear all the time. Be a nurse, be a doctor, be like anything medical, make us some money. So, no, my parents were really great about being supportive for whatever weird thing that I wanted to do at the time, music education or planning and stuff. For like in this whole endeavor to try to be a professor and stuff, a lot of the doubt comes from a lot from yourself about whether or not this is the right thing you should be doing, because it's a long investment. So if you're thinking about it, reflect on that. But a lot of the kind of people who are saying, "How are you still in school? You've been in school 4 years university, and now 6 years here and stuff. Like, why don't you just grow up already?" Right? Like, that's a big thing. That's not exactly kind of like being a hater like on like what I'm doing and stuff, but it's like really can make you kind of feel insecure about your choices, about whether you've done the right thing, whether you should just jump ship and I don't know, do something else, right? So, I mean, if you are thinking about kind of going down kind of the academic kind of professorial route, that it is kind of a long journey, and that a lot of that kind of just the time that passes, right? I've been here 6 years now, that a lot of just doubt from kind of yourself and other people start to creep in, right? And especially if you're kind of looking around and other people, your same age, your friends and stuff have started their careers, I think that's kind of more damaging than almost anything else that anybody can tell you and stuff, because it is kind of this cross pressure about, I should get my life started. Like, I can't even have a dog right now, right? Because I live in this apartment because I don't make any money and I can't afford to live in it, right? So, that would be nice to have, let alone like having kind of a house or whatever, like let me have a dog, right? So like, this is just a long way of saying that, you have to think kind of hard about what is it that you actually want to do, and like, despite all the doubts and kind of these pressures to kind of go start my life in like a real way, that, potentially being a professor is something that I want to do, right? And, should I be successful at that next year? Come talk to me this time next year, see how the job market goes. That, it'll be worth kind of all those doubts and kind of, facing the pressure from like yourself and from other people and stuff, right? So it's about, it's for me getting to a place where you're kind of actually enjoying the thing that the career that you actually kind of fall into or are working towards, right? So once you get to that stage, like people have mentioned before, like it's really great, but there is potentially a lot of difficulty before you get there.
My Lola always wanted me to be a lawyer. So my mom always wanted me to be a lawyer. They always said it was because I was so good at arguing, but I think it's just because they wanted me to be they wanted a lawyer in the family. They just wanted that. And like I said, I think when I had picked my majors after my second year, I was like, okay, sociology, organizational studies. All right, it sounds businessy-ish, and communication is like sounds broad-ish. So I was like just picking something out of what classes I had already taken. So it's not like anyone knew that I was going to be pursuing education as a career. I didn't know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then when I got into grad school, I didn't even tell my parents I was applying to grad school in that 1 month during summer. So when I got in, I was like, by the way, I got into grad school, and they were like, for what? And I was like, higher education and student affairs, and they said, what is that? And I said, I'll tell you next year, maybe. And even now, like when I like what Joe said, like when I try to share with my family members like what student affairs is or what my position is, they think, oh, so are you a counselor or a teacher or what? So I think that is a hard part, like trying to help folks understand like what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're pursuing, and that it's very different. So that is, you know, at some point I've just kind of been like, yes, I'm kind of a counselor, kind of, basically. I kind of counsel a lot of you. So, yeah, I don't know. But no one has ever said like, no, you shouldn't pursue education. Actually, now that my Lolo kind of understands that I'm working at a college, at a university, his mom, so my great-grandma, actually founded a preschool and an elementary school in their hometown in the Philippines. So he's like really happy that we have someone pursuing education in the family, because I think he feels like his mom would be really happy and really proud of that. So that makes things a little bit